Well, that was unexpected and awesome. Hello, I'm Alex the Hunted. So, we got our first proper trailer for Shin Godzilla, or Godzilla Resurgence, however you want to call it. And I got to say, it was a pretty awesome trailer. It wastes no time, as in the first shot of the trailer is Godzilla roaring. Which I think is a good thing, because one of the things that's been dividing fans is how this new Godzilla looks. And I've got to say, now that I see this Godzilla in action, I really do like this design. Godzilla was made to be an atomic bomb made flesh, basically. He was a symbol for the atomic explosion that hit Japan. So, for him to look like basically a demon or something absolutely terrifying is more symbolic of the horror of the bomb itself. And I think this Godzilla design really does that. We then get to see Godzilla's tail moving over some buildings, and this just shows how big this Godzilla is. The sheer scale of this Godzilla, which is officially the biggest Godzilla we've ever had. It's then followed by more shots of Godzilla doing what he does best, destroying Japan, and we get a good full body shot of this Godzilla. And, you know, the only kind of sticking point I have for this design is he does have some pretty small hands and arms, but apart from that, I really am liking this design. And another small sticking point for me is Godzilla's tail. Now, it's not because of how long it is, because it's kind of common for most reptiles to have a tail that's pretty much as long, or if not longer, than their whole body. It's just more how floaty it is. We see it in a lot of the wide shots of Godzilla, that his tail is just floating around aimlessly. It's not like the original Godzilla's where it was just dragging on the floor and it moved a bit, but this one is more like it just can't stop moving, like it has a mind of its own, like it's just flying about, like, ooh, what's over here? We then get a montage of all our cast, and it's interesting that this trailer has a lot of the shots of people talking and press conferences, but there isn't a single line or word of dialogue in this entire trailer. It's the only audio we get is Godzilla's roar and this haunting choir music, which I kind of think is because it shows just the symbolicness of Godzilla being the atomic bomb, that after all the planning, all the arguments, and all the sacrifice, it is all for nothing. It is pointless because nothing can stop Godzilla. We then see the military mass and get ready to attack Godzilla, which is followed by my favourite shot of the whole trailer. First with some amazing GoPro shots of this tank just moving and firing at Godzilla. Then followed by the army just unleashing everything they have at Godzilla, and just see a sea of shots hitting and exploding on him. But we just pan up to Godzilla and he's just giving this look of, what? Is that all you have? It is basically showing that Godzilla is basically unstoppable. He is, well, in his own name, a god. Followed by some more shots of Godzilla showing just how big he is before we get this final pan-up shot of Godzilla before the main titles. And I'm curious about this Godzilla because these red glowing like vein things that we see all over Godzilla, will they glow blue when he charges his atomic breath? I mean, we don't even see that in the trailer. In fact, we don't see much in this trailer, and I like that. It has this less is more feel to it, but with this huge scale, and the choir they use as the only thing that we hear is this gives us this feel of something amazingly grand yet creepy at the same time. I love how it harkens back to the original Godzilla's choir. And even though this trailer does show quite a bit, it also shows hardly anything. I mean, we don't know what the plot is, other than Godzilla appears and destroys stuff. We don't know why Godzilla has emerged again. We don't even know what the cast's role are, or we don't even know their names. We don't even know if Godzilla's going to be fighting another monster. We don't know if he'll even use his atomic breath. I mean, this trailer shows a lot, but doesn't show us anything at the same time. And I think that's really good because it gives us a lot of surprise and anticipation for when we actually go and see the movie and sit down and see it. It's kind of a lost art in trailers because a lot of trailers now, especially American ones, feel like they have to cram as much as possible as they want to show everything just to get people to go and see it. And really, a sort of anticipation level to it is also what we need in trailers to get people to go see it. Because as a what is this movie? What's going to happen in it? We must go. The only way to find out is to go and see it, instead of just having in most trailers now just have everything. We gotta show everything. We gotta show the plot. We gotta show the characters. We gotta show their roles. We gotta show the villain. We gotta show the huge set pieces. We gotta show everything. This trailer doesn't do any of that. It just shows Godzilla and the cast. That's all we get, and we get not a line of dialogue. So it means we have a lot of speculation and surprise for when we go see the movie when it comes out in July. So those are my thoughts on the trailer, and let me know what you thought in the comments below. And if you want to see more Godzilla and Kaiju videos, including reviews, feel free to subscribe as well. And I'm Alex the Hunted, and I will see you guys next time.